Hey, what's up, mi buena gente, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. So, we're heading to Universal Studios, guys, and I'm excited to go. La primera vez que yo vine a Universal Studios estaba como like a little bit confusing porque pues no sabía dónde estaba todo o a qué se empezaban los shows o los rides, you know, o cuánto eran los wait on the rides. Y a bajar la aplicación que es para que te diga a qué hora van a empezar los shows que tienen. So, I'm excited, you guys, y espero que les guste este video. Y vamos a hacer un little tour de Universal Studios para los que nunca han ido, para que se den una idea y un día quieran venir, ya saben a dónde ir. So, stay tuned.
Searching for the thrill of it. Say that it's love, but to me it's looking counterfeit.
Guys, now we're looking for fucking parking place. It's fucking packed as fuck. Literally, pues iba a estar packed, but you know, aquí estamos dando la vuelta, vamos a llegar hasta arriba. We are parked in Jurassic Park. So, a ver qué vergas hayamos ahorita. Ya estamos en búsqueda de ayer un pinche parqueadero, nomás dando pinches vueltas me mareé la verga yo. Este compa de yo parking place y nosotros todavía aquí batallándole. Pues ya llevamos parqueaderos pues, pero I mean, hasta la mera punta.
Meet you there, DJ Rockstar. Talking to myself, just traveling the world. Will I see you back? Trying different drugs and girls. Yeah, we are always running for the thrill.
Where do you want to go first? So this is the map, you guys. Donde te dice dónde está todo el desmadre. Which one do you want to go?
I don't know, let's walk around.
And now, addicted to champagne. Took the road, we ride a whole way.
¿Está buscando piojos o qué? Oh, ya la dio piojos, mira. Dijera, ya te dio piojos. Aquí está bien perra, mira. Oh, look at the cotton candy. It's del hair de Marge.
Yeah.
Pues si quieren venir a la cantina, ya saben. So, ahorita, you guys, vamos a ir al tour donde te enseñan donde hacen las películas y todo el desmadre. Aquí con mi chulo. Hey, you not shy no more?
No.
Oy, güey.
Wait time right now is approximately 20 minutes. Not a bad wait for the studio tour when you think about it.
So, este es el más perrón, you guys. This is my favorite one. Y les voy a enseñar por qué. That's how fast the line is going. Por eso costaba venir entre semana.
Please stay behind the red line. Please wait.
Before we take off, I need to make sure that everyone got a pair of 3D glass. We've produced around 8,000 films here at Universal, all starting on March 15th, 1915. That was the day our founder, Mr. Carl Laemmle, opened the gates to Universal, declaring this would be the strangest city in the world. Here's how it evolves as we move down the timeline. That iconic logo wasn't used on any of our films until the 1920s. First example of a big wide open space is coming up on your left. That is Soundstage 12, currently home to NBC's hit singing competition, The Voice, hosted by Carson Daly. Soundstage 12 is actually one of the biggest on our lot and has housed some of the biggest sets in Universal history. Here's a few examples for you. typical feature that a few of our stages have. There's a giant pit in the ground of that stage. Off to your left, you'll see some white tents. That's the holding area for the audience for Family Feud. They walk them right across the street, right into a soundstage when they're ready for filming. We only build what the camera can see, and we let your imagination fill in the rest. If you look through the windows, you can typically tell they end 5 to 10 feet after you open that door. Now these facades are only about 50 feet tall, not nearly as tall as the real ones in New York. We use a technique called forced perspective to create the illusion that they're much taller than they actually are. Or thanks for holding up the back, you're the real MVPs back there. Well, folks, remember to stay seated at all times, hold out your belongings, no flash photography, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle.
The Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs.
And there he is.
King Kong 360 3D! Of the Knight Rider series. We also have the red Ferrari from Magnum PI. It's actually a Volkswagen engine in that Ferrari, and the Ferrari engine was too loud for production. We also got Biff's car from Back to the Future, and some of the cars from the distant future of 2015 from Back to the Future Part 2. And some of the world's first eco-friendly cars from the Flintstones. And our collection wouldn't be complete without some of the cars from the Fast and the Furious franchise. Folks, remember to stay seated at all times for me. And then one of my favorites, the gyrosphere. You'll notice the glass is missing. That's actually how most of the gyrospheres looked during production. With a few exceptions, the glass was added on in post-production as CGI. Then my favorite car in the collection up at the end, it looks like a tank. We call it a Bradley fighting vehicle. It's actually made primarily out of plywood, painted to look like metal. Jurassic Park. This is where we keep a lot of the props and set pieces from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. My favorite piece is coming up on the left. You'll see it as another example of a picture car. It's the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park. That is the same mobile lab that we dangled off the edge of a cliff as the T-Rex trying to push it off. But we didn't use a cliff at all for that scene. We used a parking structure on the lot. The big white Leslie parking structure over by the Superstore soundstage, as I told you to keep in mind from earlier, is what we decorated to look like a cliff on an island off the coast of Costa Rica. I will find a way. It's my best Jeff Goldblum impression. That's all you're getting from me today. And I mentioned that iconic mobile lab scene. I've got a clip from that scene right now. Take a look. Remember, this is the Leslie parking structure using the area of the back lot we call Old Mexico. No idea who those people are, but I'm waiting for them to come back. As well as the music video Judas by Lady Gaga. They use this area as well. Now, as we pull up, the buildings on your right are equipped with speakers and strobe lights, and those are there to create the illusion of thunder and lightning. And that's pretty convincing, even on a sunny Southern California day. Now, you'll notice that these raindrops are huge, and that's because they have to be to appear on screen. If you've ever been watching a baseball game and they stop for rain, but you don't see any rain on TV, it's because the raindrops are too small for the camera to see. Kindly to water, so it's a surprise we still do it today. If you look to your left, you'll see an area that was used in movies like the Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, as well as Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. Get that corn out of my face. As you look to your left, put the back of the tram. To your left, toward the front of the tram is the crafting table, serving you all the food I've ever lost on set. That's probably where you'll find it. Right, folks, Southern California, we get a tremor, every once in a while, just stay seated, I'm sure we'll be fine. Beach, Amity Island. I know what you're thinking. Wasn't there a shark problem? There was. Stop talking about it. We took care of it, guys. Let's make sure everything's safe for us. It's actually George's last day on the job. We've got a retirement cake in the break room for him. He loves chocolate, don't you, Georgie? He can't hear me. He's underwater. Did you guys hear that music? Did you guys see that fin? Can we call for George on 3? 1, 2, 3. George, buddy. There he is. George, I think there's another shark in there, man. You want to get out, huh? My friend George is fighting that shark. I swear, for our safety, we're going to hide behind these highly flammable gasoline tanks. In order to get all these fun, usable shapes, we couldn't use normal building materials, so a majority of that is built out of styrofoam and chicken wire, just like those tree trunks you saw earlier. Affordable, lightweight material. Tate's Motel, where Norman Bates would take his victims. Right up the hill is Mother's House. Now, Alfred Hitchcock broke down a lot of barriers in the film industry with his film Psycho. In fact, it's the first... oh, sorry. Keep your voices down for me for a second. Yeah, guys, take some pictures. That's Norman Bates. He runs the motel. He'll talk your ear off about his mom if you let him. So we're just gonna... Oh, no. Ooh, oh, hey Norman, we did not see a thing. We were just passing right on by, and we'll just head out. We'll just head out. That's okay. Here we go. And that's a knife. We are driving as fast as we can, all 8 miles per hour. And now we're entering one of the biggest sets on the Universal line. One of the original sets of War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg. There's no styrofoam or chicken wire involved in that, folks. That is an actual 747 airplane that got destroyed specifically for this film. Here's Steven Spielberg and his production designer Rick Carter to tell you a little bit more.
Por eso me da un chingo de miedo subir en un puto avión porque eso no manches.
Further instruction. Let's head on in and see if we get that further instruction.
Pierce. Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Him?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not gonna know.
You're under arrest right now.
The ladies back up a little bit. Got it. It's like that. We don't work for nobody. And I suggest you clear out here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Sean. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you. Try to move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn. Okay, guys, it's
I got the move by the horn! I'm not company! This is mine, Betty! Don't think you're getting away!
Way to go, Betty. Throw climate up the missile shot! Knock it out! Roman, don't shoot! Head for the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold!